What is up, fellow benchwarmers? Welcome to your daily fantasy quiz. What's up, guys? Welcome to another quickie. It's day 2 of week 20, final playoff week for the Fantasy Benchwarmers League. And I hope, in case you are in the playoffs, I hope your teams are doing well. My name is JJT with Komish Eric. But in case you're not doing well, hope you're listening to this, and hopefully we would be able to help you out with your streams, some strategies. Komish, let's get on with some news. Isaiah Stewart out for a week. Drop.
No. Well,
Semis.
if you don't
You're
have
in the
an
semis.
even if you're in the quarterfinals or in the semis, if you don't have an IL, I will drop Isaiah Stewart. It's a bone bruise in the knee. I think he's re-evaluated in 1 week, but I think it might be longer than that. Might be 1.5 or maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But you know, as I said, it's not Anthony Davis. It's Isaiah Stewart. I think he can recover faster. He's younger, but still, I would be surprised if it's just 1 week. So you can drop, I think.
In case they are still available, Olynyk could be available, or Marvin Bagley is really the better ad there.
Yeah.
Not really Olynyk. Olynyk, I guess, in deeper leagues, maybe 16 teams and above. But yeah, in 14, I'd rather have Bagley, or maybe just stream the spot in case you didn't get Bagley there. Alex Caruso, an ad.
Well, if your playoffs start week 22 or something, or you have a bye, you want to add him as a stash, I think that's okay. If you have an IL, that's okay also. But if you're gonna waste a move adding him to put him in your IL, I would think don't do that if it's your playoffs already.
Yeah.
Caruso was good early in the season, but it's a different situation now. He has not played for a long time, and then they have Javonte playing well, Ayo playing well. They have Kobe White. It's a different team he's coming back to. So, you know, I won't risk it if you don't have the luxury.
So yeah, he could be back around week 21. So yeah, if he might be useful in week 20 playoffs to 22 to 24 playoffs. Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, just to go back to Caruso for a while, Patrick Williams, I think, is also near. Just as an added information to the listeners. Yeah, he's near, and although I don't also see him as going to be relevant, Caruso is better than Patrick Williams, in my opinion. There are a lot of people, I think 2 or 3, have asked me about Lonzo.
Yeah.
There's no update, and I think he's still trying to ramp up his activity, because the difference is Caruso was the wrist, Lonzo is the knee. So I would think it's probably going to be a couple more weeks. I'm not sure if he's going to be relevant in your fantasy formats.
Yeah. So there's the Bull situation. Fred VanVleet, hopefully he'll be back. I have in some playoffs, and it's been a while. 2 weeks, almost a week and a half, I think.
A week and a half, probably a week and a half.
Been out for about a week and a half.
Actually, more. He's been out. He played a game, and then all-star, then played the game, and then out again. So you know.
But he practiced it full, so hopefully that's a good sign. So in case you have you can, if your league is a daily to day setting, it's easier to activate him, I guess. Tomorrow is a full slate though, so you got to have that one player wherein you're willing to drop, or put that player in your IL slot, in their util slot, so that it's easier to switch. I think those are some of the tips that we can give you, because that player might be your forward. So if you want to move Fred VanVleet, that won't be possible. That would mean more adjustments to your lineup. So put that droppable player on your util slot, so that when VanVleet gets activated, it's easier to put him back. In case you are on a daily tomorrow setting, well, you can't do anything at this point. because he won't be eligible tomorrow if you are still dropping a player.
Yeah, that's another tip that a lot of people might mistake. You have to drop somebody before 4 p.m. the previous day to activate an injured player.
Yeah, if your setting is daily tomorrow, that's how you have to do it.
Daily tomorrow is the usual setting in Yahoo.
Yeah.
So majority of the people listening are in that setting. And people forget it's like it's 4:30 and they say, oh, tomorrow Fred VanVleet will play, so I'll just activate him. And there's no other injured player in your active roster. And you drop somebody and you activate him. It's not gonna be possible.
You can only do that when there's another IL eligible player that you want to swap between the two of them. But if you're not gonna swap anyone, if you're gonna drop a player, you need to have done it earlier before 4 p.m. or you cut off earlier so that it would reflect tomorrow. So yeah, if you did not do that, don't drop anyone at this point because that's gonna be useless drop. Plus, that might be one less player for you. So hopefully you're not gonna do it.
And for our viewers from the Philippines, I think daylight savings time is gonna be implemented in the US again at around March 14 or 15. So it becomes 3 p.m. here in the Philippines.
Cut-off is 3 p.m.
So be aware of that on Monday. Be aware of that because you might forget and think it's still 4 p.m.
Yeah. Some other returning players, Anthony Edwards could be back. D'Angelo Russell could be back. So that could be good news if you own them and bad news if you're against them. Yes. Gordon Hayward. Well, I don't think we should really be adding Gordon Hayward at this point.
Someone messaged that he saw, I think he read somewhere that the return date was March 13, but I didn't see that news, and I really don't think he's going to be back March 13, which is 4 days from now. I think possibly week 21, within week 21, maybe later part of 21 is more realistic return date for Hayward.
Yeah. So and besides, when he returns, I'm pretty sure they're gonna ease him in. They won't really, given the injury history of Hayward. Remember, before this injury, he also came back from another injury. So the injury history is just not good when it comes to Gordon Hayward. So yeah, not worth the risk, I guess. James Weissman. I don't know what's the timetable, but he is already playing with the G League team. So yeah, but Drummond is also coming back, as we said yesterday. So we don't know how that dynamic works, but I'm not really keen on adding or that excited. I won't be rushing to add James Weissman after not playing for 1 year, no game for a year.
Yeah, I think Weissman is gonna play 2 games in the G League this week. So let's just watch how he plays, how he looks, just for dynasty leagues, maybe for next season. But the unfortunate thing for him, Drummond, possibly there is a big chance that Drummond returns and he returns at the same time, which is next week. So if that happens, I don't know, he'll probably get 8 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that.
Yeah. Covington is still out, so yeah, just keep him in your IL.
Covington situation is like Lu said, there's no timetable, and it's because his wife is giving birth. A lot of players have wives giving birth, but they come back with a different, situation.
Yeah.
Like if it's Jeremy, he's just gonna come back right away. If it's me, probably I'll be out for 2 to 3 weeks. So it depends on who's the boss in the family. So Covington looks like is not the boss because it's gonna be delaying his.
There's a different person who's gonna determine that.
Yes.
Timeline, not really the team.
Yes.
I remember with Kyle Lowry, right?
Yeah.
Took almost a month for coming back.
Yes. Yes.
But I think it coincided with some personal issues as well, that Lowry situation. So I think that hopefully not that long. The Marcus Aldridge has a hip issue. Yeah, not really surprising, to be honest. this is DeMarcus, although when he is on the court, he's playing well.
Yeah. But I don't think we'll see him anytime soon. If the MRI results, because he has had hip issues throughout his career, and I don't think there's any ad here because Drummond should have, be on rosters everywhere. But Drummond is, of course, gonna get a big boost with this news. But Bruce Brown, when you watch the Nets, when Drummond goes to the bench, sometimes they play Claxton, but sometimes they play KD and Brown and play very small. So Bruce Brown will get even more usage now that LMA is out until Ben Simmons comes back, of course.
Which still no timetable, but interesting to see because I heard he'll be going to Philadelphia to watch the game.
I tell you, watch after that game. He magically will have no back soreness. He magically will feel good, and then he'll come back. Or maybe not right after that game, but just a couple of days or games after that game. This is
what those who stashed Ben Simmons have been waiting for. Just wait for that game.
Just get that game over with. Get that game over with.
Since you've held them for so long, I think that's a good game to go. Bruce Brown, like you said, is not an ad anymore. I think he should be held.
Must roster.
Yeah. At this point, I would be surprised if you dropped him after adding him some weeks ago. It's been weeks already since he's been playing well, and even us, we thought that he'll lose some value with Durant back. But yeah, they've been using him. He is their utility guy, so yeah, Bruce Brown should be played. Goga had a good game. This Goga, Jalen Smith, and Isaiah Jackson thing could be a bit of annoying, I guess, for owners of those three because they've been sharing minutes, and all of them have been playing well. I mean, I think Jackson and Jalen Smith are the more consistent ones.
Yeah, I think O'Shea Brissett has fallen off the planet Earth, fallen off heaven back to.
I think Brissett could be a drop now. I think they don't have a game for the next 2 or 3 days. I think so.
Yeah. Brissett is a drop. Brissett is an easy drop at this point. Jalen is a hold. I will hold Jalen Smith. He's been okay and not really that good, but I still feel like Goga will also start to falter after some good games. Right now, you can add Goga maybe if in your deep leagues, stream him, but he won't be consistent. He won't be able to continue this good run that he has been doing right now. So Jalen will be the guy that will step up, I think. Miles Turner, people have been asking. There's no update. I really don't know if you're going to see him back this year. I don't know.
There's no update. Yeah.
How many games left? 15? If you're Indiana, what's the point? I just don't see it.
Actually, the 3 players we've been talking about, Goga, they've been playing well enough that Indiana could use this time to just see how these 3 guys do.
Yes.
And they might not keep all of them.
That's true.
And see their options in the off season. So this might be their audition, right?
Their tryout.
Their audition, their tryout. And they also present different skill set. I guess Isaiah Jackson is more of a blocks guy, scoring and rebounding. Jalen Smith has some rebounds, but can shoot the threes. Lesser on the blocks on the defensive side. So it really depends on your needs. But both are rosterable.
Yeah. And that's why we want Bagley more than Olynyk. It's because Bagley is also in an audition phase in Detroit. He's a free agent. So Detroit wants to see what he can do in their system, in their roster, with Cade, with the other, players that are part of the team. So they will be given more minutes. They will be given more chances. Like that is why I think Isaiah, Jalen. Actually, that's why I like Jalen over O'Shea, because I know Jalen is a free agent. Yeah. And Indiana picked him, traded for him without really any expectation at all. And now that, they just wanted to get rid of Torrey Craig because Torrey is, not part of their future. So I think they would give Jalen a lot of run just to see what he can do.
And O'Shea hasn't been playing well, really. And kills your field goal, doesn't contribute much. So easy drop. The not so good schedule at the early part of the week also makes it easier to drop him. Who else? Dean Wade.
I told you, if there's an injury in Cleveland, it's not Osman, it's not Love. It's
they like to keep that 3 big man lineup.
Yeah.
In their starting 5. And I guess they go for whoever's hot at that point. I mean, among Dean Wade, Kevin Love, and Osman, I guess they'll rotate and see who's hot. So for streaming purposes, if you're in a deeper league, Dean Wade could be a player you can add.
Dean Wade played 37 minutes and Kevin Love played 14. Go figure. I don't know what that is about, but that's how it is.
Searchbaja, 2 good games.
Yeah. Brook is coming back, but just for maybe 1 or 2 more games, you want to stream, get a big man. Surge could be somebody to consider.
Yeah. It's hard though to add Surge because he's he is the box of chocolate.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna get in every game, so it's so hard. He had a great game last game before today's game. And I was thinking of adding him, but just the fluctuation of his game too far off. It's so hard to get him, especially in the playoffs, wherein one wrong move could make the difference for you. So but in case you're in a deeper league, Searchbaja could be it. Isaiah Roby, in case he was dropped in some leagues. Yeah, you can pick him up. He could play, but Poku now becomes somewhat of a must roster type of player at this point, with Lu Dort out for the season. So he might be the difference maker in your playoffs. I mean, he contributes a lot in all categories. So Pokusevski is an ad. Some worry players. Jackson Hayes. Let's talk about Jackson Hayes. Do you think he's a drop at this point?
I think he can be dropped, especially if it's your playoffs. If it's not your playoffs, you're in the playoffs already. You can be patient a little bit because maybe your playoff starts next week, so you just wait. But if your playoffs is now, you drop him. There's no point. I think at best case is probably 12 points, 6 rebounds, maybe 1 or 2. That's good, but that's not worth gambling.
That's streaming numbers.
Yeah, that's not worth gambling that roster.
Austin Reeves might give you those numbers.
Well, yeah.
Right? 12 points, 5 or 6 rebounds. Those could be his numbers. Chris Duarte, he's been out a while, right?
He returned today. And it's good to see when he returned what will his role be. And as we said before, we think his role is off the bench, and that's what happened. He's basically off the bench. The starters are the starters. It's gonna be Brogdon, Halley, and Buddy Hield. If there's any injury among the 3, which is not impossible given it's Brogdon, then maybe Duarte you can add him back again. But for now, he's a drop.
Yeah. And then Montrezl Harrell is another worry player.
I'll drop him also. I don't know. You are the one who has Montrezl Harrell. I don't. But I think
it depends on who I get. I guess I think the Montrezl drop depends on who I get. But the problem now with Montrezl is PJ Washington's been playing really well. Has been starting. So I think right now the teams I have Montrezl, they're not yet starting the playoffs, so I might hold him for a while. In the playoffs it's easier. If he's not playing well, I can easily drop him based on the schedules and all. So but he's been struggling. He hasn't been playing good minutes even. I think not a lot of minutes for Montrezl. And I think that's not surprising that Charlotte is better in defense because Montrezl might not be playing. I don't know if there's a correlation there.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
let's talk about some feel good. Kyrie dropped 50.
Yeah.
He had 9 threes today, but he has 4 or 5 games left.
Yes. Unless, well, they said March 7. It's what? March 9, March 8 there. There's no news yet. So don't hope for the best. Pray to the fantasy gods that the news will change. But as of now, one more game this week, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, 1 game, 2 games, 2 games, something like that. Like that. The rest of the way.
And Evan Mobley had a nice fantasy gem of a line. This is really nice. The Rookie of the Year battle has been really nice. We've been talking about it a lot of times this year, and I think it's really worthy because I think of all the categories in even in the real basketball awards, this is the closest one. I think the 6th man is kind of set. I mean, maybe the Defensive Player of the Year, we're not sure. The MVP, debatable, I guess. But I think there are, 1 or 2 that's clearly above everyone else there. This Rookie of the Year is a 3-man horse race among Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, and Cade Cunningham.
Yes. In fantasy or in real life?
I guess in both, because, if you look at in fantasy, Scotty Barnes has had this nice stretch, right? A couple of weeks ago. Now, Evan Mobley could have his nice stretch, and we don't know how long that would last. I mean, the last time Jarrett Allen was out, he wasn't this good, and this is just 1 game, so we don't know, right? I mean, 2 games, pretty much. So, but, it's been intriguing.
Yeah. Although there's an interesting comment in when we talked about the Rookie of the Year about Franz Wagner and Herb Jones. In fantasy, we're talking fantasy, that they are ranked higher than actually all of these players we're talking about. And I just say that in totals, I would get Franz Wagner because he's played the whole year.
Yeah.
But per game, we're talking per game Rookie of the Year. I cannot really pick Franz Wagner because if you're playing Roto, I would understand. But if you're playing head-to-head, you would not pick Franz Wagner over all of those players.
Yes, for sure.
Let's just call it what it is. Right?
I mean, let's not even talk about Herb Jones. Herb Jones has been very quiet for weeks now, right? It's been okay, but not the Herb Jones that we've seen early this season.
You could say that, but the steals and blocks and rebounds are still there. But again, if it's Roto, I would get Herb Jones and Franz Wagner. I would get their appeal. But head-to-head, we're talking head-to-head. We're talking, per game. I think the 3 are ahead. Although somebody argued that, you look at the Yahoo or hashtag or whatever rankings and they're higher. I would say, yeah, I said, it's totals. Totals wise, I would get because, I think Mobley got injured, right?
No, let's do this first. If we are to redraft today,
exactly,
who would you pick first? Right?
Yes. I would pick those 3. I'm not really sure. I haven't thought about it, who I will pick first among the 3 before the 2 others. But I would give them this. Franz and Herb are top 80 guys. Top 80 guys. So they're all going to be in the first 6 rounds, maybe. They'll all be picked first 6 or 7 rounds. So I'll give them that this is a good rookie class. I mean, there's 5
It's
players.
A great rookie class, actually.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, we've seen, of course, we haven't even talked about Josh Giddey, although he's hurt. He's not good in certain categories, but he's been good in a lot of categories. The counting stats have been really good. Who else? There are some rookies that have shown some promise. Jaylen Green is starting to get hot, starting to play well. Yeah. Even some low-end rookies, we've seen it, right? Ayo. You never really expected them to perform and play well. So this is a really good crop of rookies, and I wouldn't be surprised if this batch, next season when we go through another draft process, they'll be picked. A lot of these guys will really be picked quite high. So
my cautionary tale there is that maybe people think, okay, this rookie class is good. Next year we'll target rookies, and I would advise against that.
No,
I have already researched next year's rookie class. Outside of maybe 3 or 4, the rest not really good. Not really good.
Yeah.
So
and rookies are gonna be rookies, right?
Yeah.
I think the good thing about the rookie class this year is that they are in a situation wherein they will really be showcased, right? Detroit's been bad. Cade would definitely be playing. Scotty Barnes, I guess Scotty Barnes is the only surprise rookie there. No one really expected him to get the minutes that he has gotten. Evan Mobley, everyone felt that he would be good, right? So no one really, although the minutes have been really good, and the strategy or the way the system of the Cavs helped him as well. Same thing with Giddy, even Ayo, the opportunity he had when everyone got injured. So these rookies really got their opportunities this year. But having said that, rookies will be rookies. Next year, that batch might not get the same opportunity as this batch. Plus, like Kamish said, they might not be as talented as well than compared to this batch. But this batch has been really good, both fantasy-wise and the real-life situation. So yeah, Evan Mobley without Jarrett Allen. Hopefully feast, because in the playoffs, I have him in one of my teams in the playoffs. I have Barnes and Mobley. I rarely have 2 rookies in one team, usually in my fantasy teams, but yeah, I'm not complaining at this point. SGA, we talked about him, have been really good, but DeAndre Ayton, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, he gets a good end of season run, because he's not been good throughout the season. I mean, he's been okay.
Yeah.
Not the Ayton you expect.
Well, lately it's been better, but unfortunately, Devin Booker is coming back. So I'm not that confident he's going to continue to be 25, 26 point Ayton, but hopefully he just gets 16 points, 12 rebounds, and a couple of blocks. Hopefully he's
that's good enough. Yeah.
Hopefully he's able to do that.
And campaign, I'm really happy campaigns putting out some Chris Paul numbers out there.
Yeah.
Good scoring, nice assists, assist rate, and the steals are there. So hopefully he can be that pickup that helps you in your playoffs as we end the season. All right, that's it for our daily fantasy quickie. Good luck for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we'll be live around 9:30 p.m. So we'll see you there on our Facebook page. So we'll entertain your questions and have fun. Just talk about some basketball stuff and some fantasy stuff. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.